Hello, everybody, and welcome to theme number 3, Reduce, Reuse, Recycle. Welcome to Speak Out for Sustainability. We are here. So, as I said, it is Reduce, Reuse, Recycle, but we're going to be going a little bit beyond that. Thank you very much to Pearson and BBC Studios for hosting this. Welcome, everybody. As I mentioned, we will be looking a bit more at these kind of important R's of sustainability. But first, I'll tell you what, I'll introduce myself to everybody and we'll talk about a few of the housekeeping rules. Just to make sure we're all ready and aware of what's expected of us and what we're going to get out of this. So here we go. Let's get down to business. Let's see here. How are we going to work together today? Well, I need to get my participants up on the screen with the chat so I can see you all. I wouldn't want to miss a thing, as Aerosmith once sang. Please don't get me started on the singing, especially not that song. We'll be using our worksheets, which are about there, I guess, just around here. We will also be in the chat box. So in the chat box, if you would be so kind, I'm going to switch my camera over now. Here we go. In the chat box, if you would be so kind to make sure it's to all panelists and attendees, so everybody can hear there. So I'll say, hi, everyone. And you can say, hi, everyone. And I'll go, and you need the worksheet? Well, guess what? The worksheet is there. Ready to go. Worksheet ready. Students ready. Activate. So, and we will also be using a Padlet and a Menti. I've got the links here as well for those. So the Menti is the one we'll be using first. I'm just going to chuck it in there. Oh, wrong one. Everybody's got confused now because it's all my fault. There it is. I accidentally clicked on it. That's the Menti we're going to be using. I will reshare the link for that when the time comes. So that's how we are going to be working together. So me, hello. My name is Harry. Where am I from? I'm from a place called Northampton. Has anybody here in the chat ever been to England? Has anyone never been to England? Has anyone never been to England? Has anyone never been to England? If you have, say scissors in the chat box. If you've been to England, say scissors. These are my special beard trimming scissors there. Oh, excellent. Has anyone ever been to England? Don't be shy, everybody. Don't be shy, Matthias. No, Fabrizio, not yet. Not yet. Maybe one day. And when you go there, you can say, hey, remember the penalty shootout that Italy won? Not yet. Very good. Lovely attitude. Hello there from Russia. Lovely to see you. And remember, in your chat box, all panelists and attendees. So as I say, I'm from a place called Northampton. If you have been to England, you probably haven't been there. If you haven't been to England, it's not a place worth visiting. It is not the most interesting place in the world. You can see from that picture there, it's quite a while since I went. I did have a lovely beard, but I also had hair, which I don't have much of anymore, let's be honest. So let's continue. I now live in a wonderful, beautiful, and incredible village called Valencina de la Concepción. And this is in the south of Spain. Oh, thank you very much. I certainly used to look a lot more like him when I had a bit more hair. That's true. I used to wear I was going to say batín then, but that's how you say it in Spanish, my dressing gown. So I now live in a small village with about 7,000 people in the south of Spain. If anybody watched the Euros, you would have seen that Spain's matches were played in a place called Sevilla. That's where I live. If I look out the window, I can in fact see the stadium that we played in. I've lived in this village now for a few years, but I've lived in Spain for about 11 years and I absolutely love it. Hello there, Lara. Nice to see you. Oh, Click to add text. I don't need to add text here. Whoops. So I like flags. I love flags. Flags are great. That's my favorite flag. I can't imagine anyone can guess what that flag is, but if you can, you get 5 points. I'm a big fan, as you can see, of funky shirts. And you can actually see the one at the front there is the one I'm wearing today. What a crazy coincidence. And I created Renewable English. I created Renewable English, which is a climate change awareness program. You can find us on Instagram, you can find us on LinkedIn, you can find us on Facebook, you can find us on YouTube, you can find us nearly everywhere. I also like to sing a lot, so my apologies in advance if I sing too much. So hello, my name is from and the school is So for example, hello, my name is Harry. I'm from Northampton, England. And I go to Renewable English School. So take a chance, take a second and put it in the chat box. And put it in the chat box, put it in the chat box, put it in the chat box. So maybe Lara Sores. That looks like she could be from, oh, I'm not sure. I'm guessing Brazil. Who else is in here? I'm guessing that, well, I know that Natalia is from Poland. I'm guessing Candela Calvo, Calvo, Candela Calvo. That looks like a Spanish name. So I'm going to say Argentina is my guess. Elizabeth is from Brazil. Excellent. Where in Brazil are you from? I used to live in Rio de Janeiro, and I'm currently learning to speak Portuguese as well. Hi there, Ang from Vietnam. Which part of Vietnam do you live in? Hi, Andre from Russia. Where are you from in Russia? Moscow, very good. Not from Rio, Sao Paulo. I went to Sao Paulo, but I only went for 3 days and it was raining the whole time. So my experience there wasn't the best in the world. Fabrizio, you're from Brazil. I guessed that you were from Italy. What a terrible guess on my part. Edgar from Moscow from Gazprom School. It's really cold in Brazil at the moment. I remember when I arrived in Brazil, it was in July actually, and it was about 16 degrees, and everyone there said it's so cold. Because I was fresh out of England at the time, I was like, this isn't cold. I think if I went now, I would say it was cold, because here today, it's about 40 degrees. 40 degrees. Matias from Buenos Aires. Network Idiomas. Woo! Hats off to Network Idiomas. I absolutely love you guys. Some of the videos that I've seen from Network Idiomas in the Facebook live class group have been out of this world. They have been incredible. So feel free to join up with the Pearson and BBC live classes group on Facebook. And yeah, it would be great to see more. Love Network Idiomas. You guys rock my world, I must admit. So this is me, this is you. Welcome everybody. I also lived in Buenos Aires. I only lived there for 6 weeks though, so I guess that's more of a holiday. I've never been to Russia. I have been to Vietnam. Ang, where are you from in Vietnam? Which part of Vietnam are you from? From Dak Nong. Okay, from the Nguyen Binh Kim School. Very good. I lived in Hanoi for 6 months, and I lived in Ho Chi Minh City for about 6 months as well. But I also traveled and I visited Dalat, Da Nang, Nha Trang. I went to Phu Quoc as well, the island. Here's something. I don't know how my singing is for this one, but I remember I learned Chao lem ba cha vo mao chao ko kong chao vì cha kong kot nhẹ vì mreng mong re ba bao now mwe o ma vi ke ke la 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 la. Does that ring any bells, or if I misremembered that completely? That's something I remembered from my time in Vietnam. I learned a nursery rhyme, but I probably sang it very badly there. That was about 13 years ago. So let's continue. You're going to need your worksheet, which is right there, and your chat box set to all panelists and attendees. I can't believe I just sung Chao Limba on a recorded video. That's going to come back to haunt me, that's for sure. So your digital worksheets and your chat box at the ready. Remember, in the chat box, if we can speak only English, that would be great, because no falo portugués. So you guys from Brazil won't be able to speak to me. Even if you are muito linda or lindo, I won't be able to respond in Portuguese. My Polish isn't great, Natalia, so I can say dzień dobry, but not a lot more than that. And in Russia, all I can say, if you're going to speak in Russian, the only thing I have to say to you guys is "niet," because that's the only thing I can say in Russian. I can also say in Portuguese, eu sou menino, but I'm not a boy anymore. I guess I'm a man now, so I should probably upgrade my Portuguese there. So today we are going to learn. It's all about reduce, reuse, recycle, but let's be honest, that's really the absolute minimum. When we talk about recycling, people always talk about recycle your plastics. There's so many more things you can reduce, reuse, and recycle. Reduce, reuse, recycle. And we're going to go much further than just the traditional kind of 3 things we talk about with plastic. We're going to learn 5 more R's of sustainability, and we're going to talk more about that. We're going to get some ideas of how to implement the R's into our lives. And most importantly, we're going to be more confident to speak out for sustainability, speak out for sustainability, speak out for sustainability. That's the new song that I just invented for this course, this project. So let's keep going. Now, something I always think about is fashion. Obviously, you can see by my shirt. The most sustainable item of clothing is the one you already have in your wardrobe, or is the one you have in your wardrobe. Now, people often talk about sustainable fashion. Now, if you have something in your wardrobe that you can upcycle or recycle, then it's a great idea. Why not draw some pictures on it or sew something into it? Don't just throw it away. People think fast fashion is such bad quality that we can throw it in the bin. Now, the interview I did with the lady who had this quote, Ursula de Castro, as you'll see on your worksheet, she talked about this at great length. And we need to remember that even if we do buy our clothes from fast fashion, from these areas, then, you know, it's also important to remember we can reuse these things. Khan, you just put your hand up. Do you have a question, Khan? If you do, feel free to throw it in the chat box or in the Q&A. So yeah, the clothes that you use at home, you know, reuse them, pass them on, share your clothes, and you'll see in the video challenge one of those wonderful ideas a bit later. So here we go. I'm just going to put a link in the chat box. Just going to put a link in the chat box. He's just going to put a link in the chat box. He's just going to put a link in the chat box. If you would be so kind to have a look at the Menti, put your answers in there and say what you see. So when you see this picture, what words do you think? If you go to the Menti and put them in there, you'll see what we've got to see. Let's have a look at the Menti. Let's have a look at the Menti. Do-do-do-do-do. So Menti meter. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. What do you think when you see these words? What do you think when you see these words? What do you think when you see these? So obviously this photo wasn't taken from an English-speaking country. I'm not sure. Is it Poland? Can you help me there, Natalia? Is that Polish? With the L with the line through it, it makes me think that it might be Polish. Papier looks French to me though. So you can get into the Menti, you can use the QR code or you can use the link in the chat box. QR code or the link in the chat box. And what do you think when you see this? You don't have to write the words you see exactly. You can put the words you think. And in just a moment, I'll share our ideas. So far, 5 of you have written your answers in there. I'm hoping for at least 10. Come on, guys, we can do this. We can get 10 people to write in the chat. We can get 10 people to write in the chat. We can get 10 people to write in the chat. That one was a rubbish song. Sorry about that, guys. That was really bad. Terrible effort on my part for that one. I need to find a new song. So I'm going to stop sharing the screen for just a moment. And it's back, full screen. I'm going to change out of this hat because it's not very comfortable. It's going to change into my regular classic hat. Don't worry, I'm not hiding anything. I've just got a big, you can see it's very uncomfortable because there's a big red mark on my head there. Nobody likes to have a big red mark on their head, do they? So let's go across and share the screen. We'll see what we've done in our Mentimeter. Let's go across to Menti and see what we've got to say. So recycle is the big one there. We've got reuse, reduce, recycling, repair, rubbish, reusable, good. Paper, rubbish again, trash, recycle, plastic, litter, good. They're all the kind of things that you think when you see these bins. Recycling bin for everything. Oh, I saw something today. Somebody sent me a picture. Oh, I need to show you guys. This thing absolutely blew my mind that I got sent today. It absolutely blew my mind. I'm going to show you a picture in Finland. In Finland, so I've got a friend who's Finnish. Now, these are their recycle bins. I'm not sure you can see those. Look how many there are. She sent me a video as well. Look at all these different bins. You have to push a button. Look at that. Look at all. And my good Finnish friends said maybe Spain should learn something from this. It's absolutely amazing the way they do it in Finland. What's the recycling like in the countries you guys live in? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it okay? Could it be better? What do you think? I'm going to get back across to the Menti, see if we've got some more things in there. Recycling bin for everything, repair, good, reusable. We're up to 10 people, so that's good. I'm going to drop down here. I'm going to make myself bigger if I can. Here we go. Let's look across. It's over that way. I'm going to get a screenshot of this. There we go. Beautiful, lovely little screenshot there. So I'll be sharing that one on the group, the Facebook group. Don't forget to join. There we go. So shall we continue with the lesson? So there are some of the different things we think about when we see those bins. Now, the big issue I have with these bins is as soon as people have done this, they've done their bit of recycling, they think that's it. I've done my bit for the planet. Now, the way I like to look at recycling, I think it's brilliant, okay? Recycling is great because it gets you into the right frame of mind. That's absolutely true, Elizabeth. You're absolutely right. I remember, great point there. That some people in Brazil, they collect different recycling items and take them and sell them. I remember when I was living there and there were lots of people collecting the cans when I was at the beach. So the beach was always so clean because people would collect these recyclable items and they would take them and sell them. Great point there. Really, really good point. So yeah, the thing with recycling is it's a really good thing to do, and it's great to get you in the right mindset. It's great to get you thinking about the planet. But only 9% of plastic has actually been recycled, which is not a lot. And a lot of times they recycle things and turn them into clothes or into carpets. So I like to think of recycling as a good thing to do, but it's kind of like the minimum. So imagine that you're on a diet and you say, do you know what? Today, I'm going to walk to McDonald's and I'm going to have a Diet Coke with my Big Mac. For me, that's a bit like recycling. It's doing something, but there's a lot more things you can do. You know, instead of walking to McDonald's, you could walk to a salad bar. And instead of eating a Big Mac, you could eat a nice salad. And don't even drink Diet Coke. It's got a lot of stuff in it as well. So it's not really great for you. So recycling is a very good start. Definitely recycle. Recycling is brilliant and it's good to get you in the right mindset. But let's see if we can take it a bit further than simply recycling. Recycling should be the absolute last thing you do. Instead, you should maybe upcycle. Like what I've done over here, I've upcycled an old bucket and I've turned it into a planter. You can see that. An old bucket's turned into a planter. And in fact, the funny thing about that, you saw that plant up there. That plant is actually a replant. So that's another R. So it actually originally came from, it's been propagated from this one here. I chopped it up and I turned it into that one there. And there's my bonsai as well. So there's a couple of things that you can do, which before you even think about recycling, you can take that step. So let's have a look at some more R's for sustainability. Now you'll see on your worksheet, there's an activity here. The big three: reduce, very important. The big place to start is to reduce. But what do we reduce, Harry? Good question. What do you think you should reduce? Tell me in the chat box. Tell me in the chat box. What do you think you should reduce? What do you think you should reduce? What should you reduce? So when we're talking about excessive plastic, exactly, it's apparently plastic-free July. So reducing excessive plastic like water bottles. Sometimes it's essential, I admit, in an area where there's not a clean water supply, but it takes 3 times as much water to make the bottles as it does this inside the actual bottle. The number of goods we buy, Natalia, you are my hero. Good. There's so many things that we need to reduce. Just in general, everything we buy. You know, we don't need so many things. We don't need so much stuff. Brilliant, Natalia. So reducing the number of things we buy, just in general. Plastic bags, yes, Anne. I haven't got a plastic bag from a supermarket in quite a long time, I have to say. And here in the EU, there's been a ban on single-use plastics, but not bags. I wonder why. I think because supermarkets make quite a lot of money from selling plastic bags here now. It costs 10 cents to buy a plastic bag here. So supermarkets don't want to stop selling them to customers. But they say now they're better quality and so on and so forth. But I still get a bit upset when I see people in the supermarket. And another thing, one thing they could reduce in the supermarket was offering them. Don't say, here's a plastic bag. Just wait for people to ask for it. Reuse. Oh, also, here's a big one. We can reduce the amount of meat that we eat and the amount of products that are imported from other countries. You guys in South America probably know about Inca Cola from Peru. I absolutely love it. But yeah, I can't have it because you have to import it and it comes in plastic. They tried to sell plastic bags in Brazil, but it didn't work. We should reuse paper. Oh, I tell you what, you should see my notebook. It's actually underneath, you know, my paper, my notes are like this. They're everywhere. My paper's always got lots of things on it. Reusing paper is great. Very good. You can reuse, not toilet paper though. I'm afraid toilet paper is a one-use only kind of thing. You don't want to be reusing that one. That's my advice anyway. So yeah, you can reuse that. You can reuse, as we mentioned before, if you do have plastic bags at home, don't throw them out, reuse them or find another purpose for them. Clothes you can reuse. Good, yeah. People reuse plastic bags to throw their garbage. It's at least they're reusing it. It's good. Oh, yes, Natalia, a wicker basket. I'll tell you what, you're speaking my language. I mean, I know it's not a shopping one, but I do love it, I have to say. This is my pencil case. I love it. It's got everything in there someone could need. I always take my rucksack. It's a rucksack I've had for about 10 years and it's still going strong. But reuse everything, reuse your clothes. And if you're not going to reuse them, give them to somebody else who will reuse them. I'll show you in the video challenge at the end of the lesson how we can reuse. Yes, Khan, that is a brilliant point. Reuse glass to decorate your home. I wish I'd brought it upstairs, but for my 6th anniversary, I used a glass jar and I painted it for my wife. I'm all about making things. Do I have anything in here that I've got? No, I'm afraid I didn't bring anything up today. That was silly of me, but I love it. I love jars. In fact, I have an unhealthy obsession with jars. I've got a jar that, I use a jar for old oil that I'm reusing. I've got jars everywhere. The good thing about glass is that's really good for recycling. It's actually a good thing to recycle. And that is the last thing. Recycle is the kind of last option, really, of these 3. And also recycle, what I think Khan's also talking about, reuse, is upcycle. If you can't use it for that one thing, use it again. Like, I don't know, maybe you've got a cardboard box. You can upcycle it to make a sign. Save paper, make smaller signs. And my daughter's reused it again. She came in here the other day and she wrote on the back of it, look at that. Oh, isn't that sweet? What a sweetheart. She is lovely. If you've ever seen any Renewable English videos, you'll see that she is she does give the top tips on those. If you want to check them out, they are all available on Instagram, obviously. Also, don't forget to follow Pearson English Learning on Instagram. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put that up into the chat box before we move on to the next section. I'm going to make sure you've got the links there so you can check it out on Instagram and you can follow with all the updates of the course, of the project. So, some more important R's. Refuse. Refuse. This is a really big one. It starts with plastic bags. No, I don't want it. I don't want it. No. Don't be rude. If your grandma's trying to give you a nice t-shirt, maybe you don't need it. But if you go to a shop, it's buy one, get one half price. Oh, I'm saving. You're not actually. You're spending a bit more. You're still spending that extra 50%. So refuse some of the options that you're given. You don't need all those things. You go into a shop, you see, oh my gosh, it's an incredible sale. It's only 5 reais for a new shirt. I know that's very cheap. You don't need that shirt. Refuse it if you don't need it. Today I went to a shop. I thought I might get some new shorts, but then I thought, no, I've got 3 pairs of shorts. I'm not going to. If somebody offers you a free, you're walking around, oh, here's a small sample of something. I don't need it. I don't want it. Do you need it? No. Refuse it. There you go. Refuse plastic straws. Absolutely. Again, they've been made illegal here in the EU, but I've still seen them in places. I've got a great tip. So there's a lot of talk of bamboo straws and metal straws and those things. It's a brilliant invention that we've got as humans. Yeah, get your cup. There you go. I think I'm a genius. I've solved the problem of plastic straws. There you go. Just drink straight out of the cup. Problem solved. Woohoo! Harry, you're a genius. Harry for president. Woo, Harry! I don't think that's going to get me any votes. Repair. Come on, guys. If something's broken, don't just give up. Don't throw it out. Try and repair it. It's also fun. There's nothing like the satisfaction of when you repair something. When your bike breaks and you fix it, or, oh, I've got a few shirts that had rips in. I sewed them. When a button comes off, this button here, in fact, this one, I'll show you. I sewed this back on myself with these fair hands and a sewing kit, of course. They're easy things to learn. So repair things. Don't just throw it out. That can be for anything. This for me is one of the most important R's. Replant. Remember what I said before? You can replant things. You can do this with a lot of food. Green onions you can replant. You can even replant avocados if you want to have an avocado tree. I mean, you guys in Poland, perhaps not. And in Russia, it might not work as well. But if you're living in Brazil, why not have an avocado tree? There you go. Free avocados. Who doesn't like the idea of a free avocado? I love avocados, but there's a conflict in me that where they come from, and it's very difficult. They have to ship them over here, and yeah, I have a real struggle. So replant. Try growing things in the tree is really big. It's right. It is a really big tree. Replant potatoes. Very good. There you go. Fabrizio has avocado trees in their country house. That is wonderful. Brilliant. I love replanting. So remember, guys, in your chat as well, remember to put it to all panelists and attendees in here. So it doesn't just come to me and it goes to everybody who's chatting. So not just panelists, but all panelists and attendees, then everybody will see it. Now, I don't know how to say that in Vietnamese. I don't even know how to say it in Spanish, to be honest. I think it's participantes. So I imagine in Portuguese or in Brasileño, it's something similar. Research, such an important thing to do. If you're buying clothes, if you're buying makeup, if you're buying anything, research, look at where it comes from. Who made my clothes is a brilliant hashtag to follow. Who made my clothes? It's a great hashtag to think about where clothes have come from, not only the environmental impact, but the ethical impact. Research all of those things, look at where things came from. And of course, remember, do you remember 21st night of September, which is incidentally my wife's birthday. Remember all these things that you do, all these good habits, all these great things that you're doing. Don't forget them. Think about them and remember them. They are super important for you on your first steps to becoming an environmentalist. Now, it's a good idea to take these first early steps and make these individual changes before we can make the big global changes and we can come together and we can talk about what else we can do. I know you guys in Brazil are facing some terrible, terrible things at the moment up in the Amazon. My heart goes out to you. My heart goes out to your countrymen. What's happening in the Amazon is absolutely awful. What they need to do is replant trees and stop chopping them down. A lot of land for cattle. We can refuse beef burgers. We can reduce our meat eating because the way the Amazon is being treated is absolutely, it's terrible. So here we go. This is on your worksheet, as I'm sure you can see. Can you complete your worksheet? And what do you think the answers are? So the first one, what do we think it is? Oh, I'm not sure if I've answered this in order of pictures or in order of words. I can't remember. Let's see. So what do you think the first one is? Let me see. Oh, so reduce. Which picture is reduce? Reduce, reuse, repair, recycle, refuse. Okay, but look at the pictures. So so reduce, which picture is it? Which picture do you think? No, don't worry. No need to be sorry. There's no need to be sorry at all. There's a matching exercise on your worksheet that you can fill in. Don't be sorry at all. I'm glad that you're speaking. I'm glad that you're chatting there. So the first one, reduce, I've given you the answer already. So picture number 3 is the first one. So which one do you think is reuse? Where is reuse? Good. Number 3 there says Andre. One of my favorite ever footballers was called Andre Arshavin. Amazing player. Lovely to watch. The second one you think is reuse? Or do you think the second one could be more appropriate for something else? What do you think? Think about reuse, using something again and again and again and again and again. Ooh, a lot of people thinking picture 2 is reuse. I think he's doing something else to it. Oh, there you go, Candela Calvo. Very good, Candela Calvo. Reuse is the 5th picture. Who else in here has a reusable water bottle? I'll tell you what, I've got a few. I've got one in my car. I've got one in the fridge. Yeah, my daughter has one, so she can take it to school. All about these bottles. Really good. No need for plastic bottles. We don't need plastic bottles. What about recycle? Which picture is recycle? Andrew in there super quickly. Very good, very good, very good. Repair. There you go. It is the second one. Repair is the second one. Repair is the second one. And you got it right this time. Very good. The man is repairing what looks like a carpet. So therefore, refuse. No, I don't want that thing. Very good. Now, I know it's difficult to stay on top of these, but if we remember why we're doing it, then that will always help. So these are just a few of the R's that we can use and a few of the things we can do to reduce. So we are going to watch a video very shortly. Who knows which of these is a famous landmark, a famous site in Berlin? We've got A, B, and C. We've got do and do. We know do. B, we've got 2. We've got a lot of people guessing with B. Picture A, Giovanni Tratti, mira, you have guessed correctly. Berlin is number 1. It's picture A. It is Brandenburg Gate there. I'm trying to remember where number 2 is. Is it Wenceslas Square in the Czech Republic? Could be. And number 3, of course, is the iconic Opera House, the Sydney Harbour Bridge, near the Sydney Harbour Bridge in Australia. Now, we are going to watch a video. It's called The Borrow Shop. We'll learn all about this. And this is a shop in Berlin. I guess you can imagine what it's about. Now, if your birthday is in January, February, March, April, May, or June, can you answer task A? Here are your questions. Now, if you... So January, February, March, April, May, June. If you don't have the worksheet, which I've posted a few times in the chat box, then you can just take a screenshot. I'm going to give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Take a screenshot of this and you can answer the questions as you're watching and listening to the video. So that's one thing. Oh, excuse me. I didn't get my siesta today. You answered it already? Oh, you've already done the video, Fabrizio. He's already done the video. He's my hero. Oh, I love this guy. He's been following along the whole course. Dude, you're a champion, absolute champion. Well, you get to watch it again and you'll get all the answers right, which I'm sure you did anyway. Thank you so much. Oh, you've made my day, Fabrizio. You've made my day. My heart has just gone, he's following along. Absolutely love it. That is, oh, it's so good. Thank you. Thank you so much. Wow. If your birthday is July, August, September, October, November, December, you can answer task B. So very quickly, chuck your birthday in the chat box and let's have a look. What is your birthday? Chuck it in the chat box. Chuck it in the chat box. 22nd of December, very close to Christmas there, Sergei. Whoa, Sergei and Andrei have got the same birthday. That is incredible. 12th of July. Oh, happy birthday for a few weeks back. '27th of March, Elizabeth, that's close to mine. 20th of July. Oh, just 3 days ago, Fabrizio, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Fabrizio. Happy birthday to you. There you go. Very good. And we are going to... I clicked on too far. I'm going to stop sharing for a moment. And I don't know why I'm stopping sharing. I should just be switching my screen across. That was silly. I had to check if I was sharing sound. So let's go across to... Let's stop this. Let's go across to our Insta page. over here. Wrong video, Harry. We're going to watch that in a moment. Here we go. Let's watch this video. And we'll see if you can answer the questions. I'm going to turn my video and sound off. No, I'm just going to turn my video off, not the sound, so you can focus on the video.
We've got a car, coffee machine,
Baby carrier,
ice skates, plates and cups, power tools, stuff like this.
This shop in Berlin is different from other shops. Here you don't buy things, you borrow them, and it doesn't cost you any money. You only need to be a member. How do you become a member? That's free too. You bring one item to the shop, something that other members can borrow. Then you are a member.
So each member has to bring an item of their own to this shop, and that's their membership fee.
Müssen wir mal gucken, welche Größe jetzt passt.
Sind das
Ich glaub, der ist noch,
verschiedene Größen,
ja,
oder?
ja, der ist hier.
Today I would like to have a helmet for my child because I'm getting a children's seat for the bike.
Man sollte den zum Aufsetzen.
When you're a member, you come in and borrow something. They write it down in a notebook and you say how long you want to borrow it. You can borrow for 1 day or 1 week or more.
It's a great idea because I have so many things at home that I don't need, and I would love to to bring them and get something that I need in return.
I'd probably make a cake once a year. It's coming and just getting a mixer for the day. It's genius. I would love to see this in places like Chicago.
The people in the shop want to see borrowing shops in other cities around the world. So, next time you need a power tool, or a cart, or a bike, you can borrow one for free.
There we go. So I'm back. Whoop. Hello. How are you doing? Shall we check these answers and let's see what we've got. Oh, that doesn't look too good. Just gonna switch it up for a moment there. So where is the borrow shop? I kind of gave that away at the start, really, didn't I? Gave you a bit of a clue at the start as to where the borrow shop was. Does anyone know? Can anyone remember? Where is the borrow shop? It's in Berlin. Very good. It is in Berlin. Excellent news. Well done. So next question. How much does each item cost? How much does each item cost? It's free. Very good. Oh, I'm just gonna, that's better. They are absolutely free. How do you become a member? Very good. You give them something, you have to bring something. Good. What does the lady from Chicago borrow? Very good. You guys are on fire. You guys are on fire. Bit of Alicia Keys for you there. And the last one, the last three items the narrator mentions. Power tool, a car, and a bike. Mauricio in there like a flash. So there we go. There are the answers to the first one. Great job. Give yourselves a pat on the back. A pat on the back. Very good. And next, let's see. The shop is to other shops. The shop is to other shops. It's different, Candela, Calvo. Very good. It is different. Oh, There we go. It's different. The next one. You don't buy things, you them. Good. Very good. Each member has to bring an to the shop. Item. Very good, Natalia. Very good, Fabrizio. You can borrow for 1 day. 1 week or more. 1 day, 1 week or more. And the next one is the same answer as the previous one. I just put it in a different format. So let's check. Very good, everybody. Full points for everybody. You guys are absolutely smashing it. A power tool, a bike, oh, a cart as well that I put in there. I think everybody got all of those answers correct. So a huge well done to everybody there. Brilliant job. So what we're going to look at now maybe Fabrizio's seen these already. I don't know. But these are the top tips. So I went out to the city that I live in. It's called Sevilla. And I went around and I asked some tourists, because there are some tourists here. There were 2 French ladies. There was a Romanian lady. There were 2 girls from the Netherlands. And there was somebody from the USA, but she lived in Denmark. So let's have a look at these guys' tips. Let's see what they had to say. And as you can see, it's all on our Instagram page. So if you've missed anything, you can come back to the Instagram page and you can check it out. Here we go. I don't think I can make this full size though. Can I? I'm at the Plaza de España here in Seville, looking for people to give us some tips on how to reduce, reuse, and recycle.
If something breaks, fix it, don't throw it away. Instead of buying new clothes, just buy second-hand clothes. It's better for the environment and the planet.
So my advice is to maybe carry with you a tote bag, reusable straws, for example, and reusable bottle of water.
When you finish with your books, give it to your friends.
So why not share your clothes? This is mine and this is hers.
So thanks everybody for your tips. Do you have any to share? Share them with the hashtag Speak Out for Sustainability. Oh, I was wearing the same hat. Very good. I love buying secondhand clothes. I can't understand why anybody wouldn't. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to stop sharing for a moment. I'm going to give you a Padlet. I'd love you to chuck up your ideas on the Padlet for the different things that you like to do for the environment. There's the Padlet, the different things that you like to do to reduce, reuse, and recycle. Obviously, refuse as well. It can be anything you've come across. It can be something that we just said in the video. Would you like me to share the video again, just to give you some ideas? As I mentioned before, you can go to @Pearson Learning English, Pearson English Learning. Pearson English Learning. And you can share your ideas there, but this is the video link if you want it. So I'm going to have a look at the Padlet and we'll see some of the ideas that we can have. So for example, one person said, so I'm going to put my name in here, Harry. I said, buy second-hand clothes. You notice that in that shop, there were those 2 young ladies. They actually share their clothes already. They were saying, yeah, this is our top tip. We like to share clothes. This is mine and this is hers. Natalia, I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. You are spot on, bang on, absolutely 100% correct. Such a good thing, such a good idea. And you can get them from anybody as well. Quite a lot of people in France use it, I think. And yeah, so good, so good. I also like to refer to them as pre-loved clothes. Oh, I can see here in the camera, I've got some red on my face here. I went for a walk yesterday. There are these things called, in Spanish, they're called pepino del diablo, which means the devil's pickle. And that you touch them and they explode. Well, they're kind of toxic and I've got them all over my face. So if you see these horrible red marks, that's the reason I've got a beard. Let's be honest. So let's have a look. I think somebody's posted on the ideas. Elizabeth is about to say something. Anne is saying sharing, share. What are we going to share? What's Elizabeth saying? I'm going to like both of your comments. Oh, Elizabeth avoids bringing plastic. Yeah. Yeah. Avoid bringing plastic bags home. Elizabeth, very good. Very, very good. Ang and Kan are also commenting. Share everything. Oh, I love it. Bring my own back to the market. Good. Plant more trees. Yes, Kan. Yes. Plant more trees. Plant more trees. Absolutely. And you can replant. You can propagate and replant things so they can go from one thing to another thing to another thing. Brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely great. Wonderful ideas. Really, really good ideas. Love it. Absolutely love it. Keep on going. Keep on writing your ideas in the Padlet. I'm going to leave the Padlet open there. And in fact, I'm going to post it in the Facebook page. I'm going to post it on the Facebook page so people can add their own ideas. Matthias, try to research the impact of the things. Yes. Yes, Matthias. Absolutely. Try to research. Research is so important. Very good. Very, very good. Lovely ideas. Brilliant. We've got a few on there now. I'll share those in a moment. But for now, I'm going to pop back to the PowerPoint. Please keep writing. Please do keep writing in there. There you go. You can see the different answers we've got in there so far. We've got a few. Giovanna just writing, read ebooks. Oh, that's a very good idea. Very good. Harry said buy secondhand clothes. That's me, Harry at Renewable English. So let's have a look back here. I want to know these lesson objectives. Did we achieve them? Did you? Now, you guys, you knew quite a lot already, to be honest, but did you learn anything new about sustainability or the 3 R's or any more of the R's? Did you learn anything new today? It's okay if you didn't, but hopefully you did. Okay, you want the link to the Facebook? Absolutely. I'll grab it for you now. I'll grab the link to the Pearson and BBC Live Classes Facebook group now. Let me go to the home. Not the privacy policy. That's not the thing. We just want to go to the group. Pearson and BBC Live Classes. There we go. There we go. Perfect. It's in there for you. There is the Facebook group. So did we learn something new? Did we get some new ideas? I know I've got some new ideas and I'm really enjoying these on the Padlet. Some really good work. Replant, reuse, recycle, buy secondhand. Love it. Absolutely love it. Share everything. Great. Read ebooks. Decrease polluting gases. Very good. I love these ideas, guys. Absolutely love them. Really, really good ideas. As I say, I'm going to share this on the Facebook page, and we can maybe talk more about it. We can continue the conversation there. Now, before we continue, we do have a video challenge. A video challenge. See how many R's you can fit into a 30-second video, or simply do a clothes swap or something like that. So I'm going to show you the video that I made with my family and friends. I'll go across here. You can see your Padlet updating there. Really good. Let's go to, here we go. do give us a follow. We're coming towards the end of the class now. We've got about 5 minutes left. Now, as I said earlier, I'd like to open up some microphones, if that's okay with you. Now, do remember, this session is being recorded. This session is being recorded and it will be shared. So if you are uncomfortable with your voice being shared, then don't raise your hand. If you would like to put your hand up and maybe say something, talk about your ideas of reduce, reuse, and recycle, please do feel free to put your hand up now, and I'll open up your microphone so we can all say hello. Hello, it's me. Also, keep your eye out for that in the Facebook group. There's going to be some great back to school challenges and ideas coming up soon. So would anybody like to share their thoughts, your ideas? So if you just click the raise hand and I'll open up your microphone. I will unmute you. I'll open up the mic for you, reminiscent time. I should definitely learn to not sing while on camera. Recycle plastic, good job. Anybody want to say something? Oh, Tan, I'm going to open your mic, okay? Here we go. Hello there, Tan. You're on mute. Unmute your microphone, Tan. Ah, Tan wants to talk, but we can't unmute Tan's microphone. I can't hear you. Oh, I was so excited. Yeah, everybody's very shy today. You're right, Natalia. You're absolutely right. Tan's not shy, but as soon as we gave Tan the chance to speak. Oh, okay, Ang, I'm going to give you a chance. Tan, I'm going to give you a chance to a moment. Ang, well, there we go. Can you take yourself off mute? Or is it a problem with me? Hello, hello.
Hi.
Oh, you're very quiet. Go on, say something. What do you want to say?
I just wanted to say hi.
Oh, you want to say hi? Oh, excellent. Hi. And what do you do to reduce, reuse, and recycle? What do you do? Do you reuse your bags or take a carrier bag? And another question, when I sang that Vietnamese nursery rhyme, how was that? Was it okay? Ang's got shy. Well, thank you very much for saying hi. It was nice to say hello. I'm going to open up the mic to Elizabeth now. Okay, thanks very much, Ang. Elizabeth, hello. Okay, I'm going to promote you to a panelist so you can speak. Hello, Elizabeth. Oh, you've got your face is on screen and everything. Hello there. You're on mute. You're on mute, my dear.
Ah, now you can hear.
There we go. Elizabeth, bom dia.
Hello. Bom dia, como está?
Muito bem.
Oh, muito bom. Seu português é muito bom.
Ah, thank you very much. Thank you. Obrigado. Obrigado.
Yeah.
So tell me, Elizabeth, what do you do? What do you do to reduce, reuse, and recycle?
Yes, here in Brazil, we have some second-hand clothes shops, but we usually don't use it very much because it's not, people don't like it very much. Only poor people go there, you know? But we use it to donate clothes to churches and places who can give them to people who need. So it's
very
a different way of reusing our clothes, you know.
Absolutely. I would never understand why anybody would throw them away. For me, I don't ever understand why you would throw clothes away when they can be donated or even reused to clean things around the house.
Yes.
So thank you very much. Absolutely wonderful. I'm going to say goodbye to everybody now because it's almost time. So thank you very much, Elizabeth. I'm going to put you back in the room. Thank you so much for your opinions. And thank you, everybody. This has been a wonderful hour. It's been lovely to see you. It's been lovely to speak to you. Don't forget, get over on the socials, follow us, Pearson English Learning, join the Facebook group, share your ideas in there. And remember to stay green, stay renewable, stay awesome. You guys have been great. This has been wonderful. Thank you so much and goodbye.